Hi friends, this is Leslie from Mermaid Cove Studio, and I am on today with a Craftspiration collaboration romantic February hop with Denise AbateSmith and Jennie Petro. So we have been collaborating this month. It's a romantic February. We had Valentine's Day. We have had the privilege of working with some stunning paper from Decorate Your Life. It was called Marie Antoinette. Absolutely gorgeous. The ladies on there are beautiful. The soft, delicate features, absolutely gorgeous. I've used up most of mine, and I did this big project. I've done several projects. I have a little bit more left, like this gorgeous piece of paper right here. I feel like I want to keep this in my stash forever and eternity. It is so beautiful. The flowers are stunning. I love to make flowers. And as you can see, our challenge for our final big project for this hop was a box or drawers, something along that line. Denise made a lovely tutorial. You'll be able to find the tutorial for the little dresser drawers on her channel. I will not be making a tutorial for this. This is an absolute labor of love. But what I will tell you is this is where it started, and this is where I ended up. And I'll give you information. I am going to do just the candy box that I featured maybe last weekend, maybe 3 videos or 4 videos back for Valentine's. It was for my granddaughter, Olivia. There, I will do the tutorial for that box. Just, you know that this comes from the idea of that candy box from Sam Calcutt. She did a love machine, and it had 14 little boxes in it. And I did all 14 boxes. I gifted that one to my husband, and I also shared that one on my channel. And then I made a smaller one with different dimensions for a child. I didn't want to make as many boxes, and we were already snuck up on Valentine's. So inspiration for that was right here. So what I have done is I use the beautiful collection of paper. If you want to see the unboxing on that, that is, a little bit back, maybe 5 or 6 videos. And you can see all of the beautiful, I can show you the few pieces I have left. I have bits and pieces. I released another video this morning, and I did a little mini folio, which I will share. Again, or it's not a folio. This one was a mini album with a lay flat method, hardcover, and then I did a stack the deck type spine on it. That video is the one just before this one. This one here, I just kept going. I love it to pieces. It's going to sit forever on my desk. What I did, I took the inspiration that I mentioned before, and this is where I ended up with it. I had some of these beautiful feet in my stash. I put those on. I did a brown exterior, so that I covered that. It made the colors pop on this even more. I did, I'm going to move my camera up along the top because I think you'll be able to see it better. I did this beautiful picture frame, And all I did was take some cutouts, and then I put that beautiful lady on there. It's very pretty. There was lots of fussy cutting for this collection, and it's all gorgeous. I made some beautiful flowers. You can see right there. And I added jewels for within side of the flower for the centers. I made some rolled flowers, some rolled roses. Sandi sent in the design package. She sent this beautiful lace, and I used it. The pearls are out of my beading collection. I have tons and tons of beads, so some pearls. The key is from my charm collection. That's a Celtic key. I did a small banner. That was one of our other things that we were going to make. And I kept this very, very simple. It says love on it, again, for that special month of love. Okay, I'm going to put the camera back in so we can talk about what's going on in here. So this banner, I went ahead and glued it on because it's going to stay there. What I did, we've got 3 drawers here. Let me lift this up so that you can see what's going on here. Ooh, I've got a spider web, actually glue. My top drawer is a little smaller. It's like 1.5 inches. I took from my bead collection these beautiful, they are actually lucite, I believe, flowers with little gold edges. I made buttons out of them, or drawer pulls. I'm sorry, drawer pulls. And I made 3 of them. This one has a small gold center. I did a bead behind it. I took a head pin, took it all the way through. I rolled it tight up against the box so that it would stay. So there's a little bit of movement there, but it's not really a drawer we're going to open. It's a very usable drawer, but we're not going to open it that often. This is going to stay as you see it right here. Sandi sent this beautiful heart pendant, and I just put it on a piece of ball chain that I had. It's not usable. It is just decorative. The same with this. I took apart something else that I had. I want to say it was like a mask holder from way back, and it was in my stash. And so I dismantled it, and I added the charms on. I had a good time doing that. I forget how much. I don't do much beading anymore. I will tell you, you might see more beading because I do enjoy it. This is a small strand of pearls, and then the drawer pull with the lace hanging out of it. And then we've got the 3rd drawer here. Same thing. I'm going to pull this drawer open because I have like a little surprise inside. One of my projects for Decorate Your Life, another project was the stacked envelopes. And that was my first project. Actually, the card was. But you do the stacked envelopes and you put goodies on the inside. You just stack them up like this. It's such a wonderful, if you do swaps and stuff, such a wonderful project to do. So we're kind of visiting this one again. What I did, I made a mini version. I put a gem on there. And this was a die cut that I had in my stash. And there were 2 different sizes. And I've got just a little piece of blue cardstock folded in there. Haven't really put anything else in. Another gem here. And it is just like the other stacked envelope. Here you can find another piece of blue paper. But, I mean, it's very small. You can write little love notes. And this is kind of what I was thinking, that maybe this beautiful lady has all of her love letters in here, stashed away in her little drawer. Also within the drawer, for the items I have not yet used, I have the blue ribbons. So if I keep everything here, those are all get used. We have got this other pendant, and then this is more of the lace. So I'm going to put those things back inside. So all of these drawers, it's lined all the way in the inside. All of the drawers are functional. So, I mean, you can really use this for whatever you want, like a secretary, or I'm going to just leave it as it is on my desk. I will say this is probably, this is my biggest project ever. But those are inside of here. And we kind of stack them so that the drawers are still just kind of open, things hanging out of it, like I'm digging through looking for something. And I would tell you this is what my dresser would look like. Okay. And then, again, we've got the pretty knob on there. What I did over here is, this would be the area in your boudoir or your armoire that you would hang your lovely dresses. What I did here, instead of putting doors on it, I left it open, and I made some little journals. So this is the traveler's notebook. I love making traveler's notebooks, mostly because I can continue to add or remove pieces of paper in them. I did not laminate it or anything like that. I kept it simple. So maybe this is going to be her little writing journal. Maybe back in the day they wrote really juicy notes. I did, for funsies, I have actually the dimensions of all of that I did for this on it. You can see my thought process. Totally is inside of this journal. So we can add, here's the center, we can add more pages or we can remove, and I did that for all three of them. There is enough to add one more, and I hadn't decided if I wanted to add one more or just kind of leave it open like this. We can add more things to it, or we can simply admire it just the way that it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. On the back side, it is not covered. I just left it all the brown all the way around, and I just covered everything up front that you could see. There is gold trim on this. It's like a gilded boudoir cabinet is what my head said. I actually own a very lovely European, I believe it was made in Belgium. It's over 100 years old. It belonged to my grandfather, and my mother had it shipped here for me, and it is currently in my husband's office. The idea is very similar, except for that it has doors. It has a hanging space, and it has actually just shelves. I used to have all my craft goodies in there until I outgrew it. So that really, really is the inspiration. And for the way to build it comes totally from Sam Calcutt's candy machine. That's me. I love dimensional projects. I love making those flowers. They were just so gorgeous. Now, if you have not, I'm late to the game today. Today I had my grandchildren. So I'm late to the game today, but have you not been to Jennie's page or Denise's page? You need to run over and go see what they did for the hop. This is what I did. Please comment in kindness only, share it, like it, show them some love. The projects are, these were big ones this time. So go and enjoy all of their goodies. Thank you to Sandi for allowing us to guest design with this beautiful paper. The paper did all of the work. I just needed something to put the paper on, and it did not disappoint at all. My whole vision, every project, and I will show them to you because they are right here. Every project that I made with this has been nothing but stunning. So we have the stacked envelopes. That was our first hop project. This was my unboxing project. When I first received the paper and I printed paper up, I made this type of card. I'm not a great card maker, but the one thing I absolutely super duper adore are making fun fold cards. They're challenging. And this one, I'm very pleased with. It turned out really great. I will make an envelope for this one. And then, of course, my little mini album. I've been making these. I've been inspired by several different people. I can leave that down below. It's the second time I've done this type of spine, and I feel like this spine was very successful. Very happy with it. But again, the paper, you just needed to have something for it to be on, and it did all the talking for you. Well, I just want to thank everybody for stopping in. I appreciate every single one of you. All of the ladies on the design team, thank you for welcoming Denise and I onto the design team. We're going to have some fun, make some projects, get to know each other. All right, my friends, thank you for coming in. Please go check out my ladies. Go love on them. Everybody needs a little love today. All right, thanks for stopping in. So until next time, thank you.